Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Ina Yulo-Stuve, and I'm a senior marketing manager at AWS. So, aside from us being very proud sponsors of this event, AWS also sponsors startups of all shapes and sizes, all the way from founders who just have a nice, bright idea, all the way to fast growing unicorns. And I'm extremely excited to be chairing today's Elevating Founders Europe event. So, first things off, before we get to the pitches, I'd like to introduce our esteemed judging panel. So, judges, if you wouldn't mind joining me up on the stage, please. So we're not going to leave it all up to the startups pitching today, but I'm going to put the judges under the spotlight as well. So if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, talking about the company you're from, and last but not least, giving our startups a bit of a hint. What are you looking for today in the pitch competition? Let's start with Filippo and then go down the line.
Hi, I'm Filippo Sanesi. I am startup program leader for OVH Cloud. And I'm leading the startup program for the Nordics, UK, and Ireland. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hear the pitches and hearing what motivates the entrepreneurs pitching today.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Kiefer. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at Pitch. Pitch is the presentation software for modern teams. So often the way that people first start using Pitch is when they create their first pitch deck. And we now hear from VCs that they're receiving 30 to 40% of the pitch decks they receive built in Pitch. So yeah, we're experts in pitch decks and what makes a great pitch deck. And what I'm really looking for is pitches that tell a great story, that take us on a journey and therefore convince us of the idea that the founders are putting across.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Seun Toye-Kayode, and I'm a vice president at Goldman Sachs, heading up our exciting Launch with GS program, which I think some of you heard about yesterday. Essentially, Launch with GS is our $1 billion program that is grounded in our belief that diverse teams outperform. So very excited to see a very diverse audience here. So we invest in growth stage companies across enterprise software, healthcare, consumer, and fintech, but then also venture capital firms led by diverse GPs. And also we run an accelerator for Black founders in the UK and female founders across Europe. So I guess what I'm looking for is really just passion. Why are you solving this problem? Why are you the right person to solve this problem? And excited to hear from all the founders today.
Great, thanks. And I'm Sonya Iovieno. I'm with Silicon Valley Bank. And SVB is a commercial bank that focuses solely on working with innovation and high growth technology companies and with the investors that invest in those companies. So we work with companies right from seed stage up to IPO and beyond. Our focus is on, as I said, high growth companies. So what I'm looking for today, I think, out of the pitches is have the companies thought about scalability and how they're going to scale their businesses, whether it is scaling the platform by building out new product and capability or scaling it geographically.
Great. Thank you so much, judges. So without further ado, applause for the judges. And now we're at our final pitch for the day. So can I welcome on the stage Weather TradeNet?
Hello. Let's talk about your physical climate risks. In the 17th century, the practice of insurance emerged in London. Through the centuries, the weather was the major issue for risk managers. Today, a new climate policy is taking countries by storm. Banks and investors are facing a new reality in the form of climate-related financial disclosures. My name is Elena Maximovich. I'm a lead founder of Weather TradeNet. Our team launched a self-service platform for climate physical risk assessment. The name of our company reflects our mission: extreme weather financial markets, and global trade networks. Well, how to get this climate-related financial disclosure for your annual filings? Specifically, with the physical risk assessment. You could buy it from one of the existing data providers. The offer is limited, costly, and time-consuming. Our team developed a new approach allowing you to save your time and money. The top 5 advantages of our services are: first, you get asset evaluation on all 10 climate risks listed in the regulatory policy: drought, wildfire, flooding, just to mention a few. Second, in contrast to competitors, our data is available worldwide. Third, you get the analytic report with all the data instantly. Fourth, we offer transparent and affordable pricing. Fifth, we are the only platform offering a free trial. Our self-service platform is a first of its kind capability in this industry, both in technology and the sales process. The self-service allows for affordable and transparent pricing and also makes the process faster and scalable. For comparison, the annual subscription fee for your company would cost less than an individual annual gym membership. We are fundraising. Today we're on the seed stage. Our goal is to become Starbucks in climate analytics. Be visionary. With the scientific climate risk assessment, you build trust with your investors. Start your climate journey with Weather TradeNet, and I'm sure you will be our client for years. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena, and obviously very topical. There's a Climate Tech Summit for those who haven't attended today yet. But yeah, let's go on to the questions from the judges.
Sure, happy to kick off. Thank you for the presentation. So curious on how you see this growing and scaling. You know, there's a lot of pressure on companies to report on different things to do with, you know, different ESG factors. You're obviously only focusing on, you know, the weather. Why would someone choose this offering as opposed to another offering that probably offers other areas of ESG metrics as well?
Mm-hmm. Very good. So as I just said, that there exist several companies, but quite a limited choice of companies on the market. So approximately 30 companies, which are the biggest in insurance companies, basically Munich Re, Swiss Re. So the biggest industrial players. They don't have service platforms first. And all the existing companies providing such services, they are targeting only VIP clients. So they're starting pricing for reports is £100,000. So for those clients who have less budget, there is no offer basically on the market.
Thank you.
I used to work in insurance and reinsurance, so I understand a bit of the context. Do you plan to work alongside with reinsurers or insurance and combine your capability with their existing software or data?
Absolutely. Basically, we're targeting insurance first of all, and insurance companies, they understand better than the other companies this product. So that's why I was talking about insurance at the beginning also, because they are professional risk managers. They know how to evaluate risks. And basically, we adopted parametric insurance logic for our risk scoring metrics. So we are following their steps. And in the insurance business, it's very important to have independent data from insurer and the client. They use independent data. And we are this data provider for parametric insurance for future new versions of parametric insurance on 10 types of risks.
Okay, great.
I understand you're very early stage, but do you have any customers right now? And can you share feedback you've been getting from them or early signs of product market fit?
Thank you. Yes, so we launched the platform in February. It took us 1 year and a half to build the platform together with the algorithms. It's a very big data, artificial intelligence heavy project. We opened the platform, so anyone right now, if you want, you just go on our website, WeatherTradeNet, you can subscribe. You don't need anybody's authorization. You access the platform. So we have more than 1,000 subscriptions without even announcing about our launch. So this is the first good news for us because we did not publish openly yet. By the way, very welcome. We have a pod here, and thank you for this big authorization to have our pod, this big present. So yes, without even announcing the launch, we have already 1,000 people testing our platform. We are talking with big industrial companies. They own bridges, airports, and building. So even companies in Asia, they are trading their. They are publicly traded. They are trading their options on London Stock Exchange. They are liable to this TCFD, Task Force on Climate-Related Disclosure, climate policy. So there is around 1 million companies market, and already 1,000 companies are testing.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit around your USP and what makes this defensible? So what's stopping anyone else building a similar platform? A lot of this data is publicly available data. So, what is it that makes it a defensible proposition?
Okay. So the entry level for this project is a PhD plus 15 years of experience in coding and risk management. So the entry level it requires a certain number of skills. So numerical modeling, climate modeling, but also risk management. And it's very rare features on the market to have both. So first of all, then the second is even if we are using daily temperatures, even hourly temperatures, hourly wind speed data to build our risk scores for flood and hurricanes, the small detail that between the moment when you decide, set up your servers and you start collecting the data and when you get the data, you have a 6-month period until you get this data. So even if somebody is starting this idea, says, great idea, I can do the same. They need the process of collecting the data and the algorithm to translate it. So the entry level is very high, and this explains why the competition is very small and why the competition will be small also.
Great, thank you.
Just for a comment that Moody has purchased 2 companies of this type during the last 18 years. S&P just bought another company of this type of this year. So big companies, instead of developing themselves, they're preferring because it's really scientifically challenging.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena and WeatherTradeNet.
Thank you.
And so Elena was our final startup for today. So startups, you can now take a sigh of relief, relax. And can I have a round of applause for all the startups? Before we announce the winner, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's helped over the past week. It's been really amazing to see all of the startups, both those who are delegates who have been presenting at the different pods and stands, but most especially to those who pitched today in our pitch competition. I would also like to thank all of our event partners, so our sponsors, partners, the event team that put together this amazing event, and of course you, the audience, both you who have been here in person with us and also those who have been joining online. So thank you so much, and a round of applause, please, for everyone who made this happen. So if you weren't able to meet everyone you wanted, there will be a Barclays drink reception very shortly. I'm also very aware that I am the person standing in between you and that Barclays drink reception. So we'll go through the nitty-gritty of things really quickly. For those who weren't here at the beginning when I did my introduction, again, my name is Ina Yulo-Stuve. I'm a senior marketing manager at AWS. It's been my pleasure to chair the Elevating Founders Pitch competition today. Really, really great startups we heard from. Everything from fintech to health tech to music and parenting apps from all over. It's been really exciting and great to see also where the next generation of founders are heading in and the direction that they're in. So before we go into things, I also wanted to share that AWS is throwing in another prize for the winner. So for those who might not be aware, we launched the AWS Startup Loft Accelerator last year. So this is an equity-free accelerator that focuses on supporting early-stage startups across EMEA in technology, product development, go-to-market strategy, and of course, business and technical support. So the winner will also be receiving a fast track through the application process of the accelerator. So instead of taking 1 month's worth of time going through a screening process and different interviews, the winner will be fast tracked all the way to the very end until the final stage. So now the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm going to be announcing the winner of the pitch competition. But first, a few reasons that the judges wanted to share as to why this startup won. There was a clear demand in the market, and that startup and its proposition filled a void where there's minimal competition. There was also a large global market and ability to have scaled impact. There were clear barriers to entry, and the founder explained very clearly that how this founder and their team are equally positioned to win. There were also benchmarks for other similar exits and a clear path to great returns for their investors. Also, there was early demonstration of traction, even if they are in the earlier stages of their journey. And last but not least, this startup had very convincing founder with great expertise, confidence, and really excellent answers to the questions and really knew their stuff. So I have the golden envelope, which I'm going to open. You don't know how cool this is. I don't know how many people have been able to open up a golden envelope. So I need to make sure that I get the name right because I'm from the Philippines and we watch Miss Universe and we know what happens when that goes wrong. So the winner of Elevating Founders Europe 2022 is Elena from Weather TradeNet. So Elena, if you could make your way over and I will give you your trophy. If you also wouldn't mind saying a few words, I will give you the podium.
First of all, I want to thank organizers and sponsors of this event. There are many sponsors, and this is a fantastic opportunity for young projects, for ambitious projects. So all the projects, I was fascinated by 10 projects who were talking. I would vote for each of them. They had energy, they had great ideas. They have a future and really good luck. I hope you will survive on this. We are working 18 hours a day, right? We are fighting for our idea. We are, and we need to fight further. We are building something positive. And thank you very much for this great support from the society, from UK government, everything they are doing, the initiative that they launched on climate. They are leading. It's this is the place to be for our project. So I'm sorry for France, but probably we are moving to UK. And thank you for my big team. So they're scientists. They're climate scientists. Just one thing that 2 years ago I discovered that there are 64 central banks. They are doing climate stress testing. But none of the climate scientists is aware of this. So I was really shocked, and I called Fulmer and said, Fulmer, we have something to do in this space. We're not promoting any religion. We are just scientists with a huge background, and we are just doing clean data analytics. And thank you very much for your for this honor and this opportunity. Thank you from entire society, scientific.
So congratulations again, Elena. And I'd also like to call up and congratulate all the finalists. Could everyone come up, please? We have some AWS goodies to give away to you. So all founders who pitched today, please come up on stage. On stage? Yeah. And once you have your goodie bag, if you could also just position yourself on stage so we have a photo of all finalists and the winner. And a round of applause for everyone on stage, please. Thank you so much. So this brings us to the end of the Elevating Founders Europe competition. However, Elevating Founders will be continuing throughout the rest of the year. We'll be having podcast episodes, which you can listen to in any of your favorite podcast platforms. And later in the year, Elevating Founders will be traveling to Cape Town for Elevating Founders Africa in November. So stay tuned for that. If you've missed any of the sessions over the last couple of days, they will be available online on Swap Card. So not to worry, you can check all of those out there. And you can also, of course, continue to connect with one another on the event platform and at the drinks reception. So with that, I will be signing off. Thank you so much again to everyone here. And I'll be handing over to Catherine Morgan from Barclays.